Good morning, Cobra Kingdom. It is Monday, February the 26th, and I apologize for not getting your weekly update to you on Friday. It just seemed like maybe just a super busy week, really for me, not that that is any excuse. However, I do want to get some important updates out to you, and so I will try to make it just as quick and sweet as possible. And I welcome you all to another wonderful week. And in case you did not know, we are only 2 weeks away from spring break, and I'm sure you do know because we all need a spring break in our lives. So in the meantime, have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. If you guys have any questions at all, please do let us know. We have such a busy week in store this week, my Cobra Kingdom. Getting started with today, we do have staffing down at central office today where myself, along with Ms. Mendez, will appear to really fight for the teachers that continue to serve our campus here. The number of teachers will be reviewed as well as funding for next school year. I only say wish me luck because every time I go to central office, I always need luck, as I do have to leave home for just a little while. On Tuesday, February 27th, we are going to have a visit from our superintendent, Mr. Cabrera. Please plan to dress to impress. On Wednesday, February 28th, you will have another slide explaining our Cobra Kingdom meets and the schedule. On Thursday, March 1st, it is Spring Picture Day. Please be reminded, teachers, that only students with envelopes and payments are allowed free dress that day. Students will not have tickets. They will only have their envelope with their payment first period. Students who have met that requirement will be given a special pass when they get their picture taken in the gym. Friday, March 2nd, if you have not yet submitted all of your TELPAS writing samples, please make sure you do so, as those are due. As we get ready to begin our testing for TELPAS on Wednesday, it's very important that our writing samples are turned in and ready to go for calibration. In case you guys have not yet checked your mailboxes, please make sure that you do so, because you will find in them some new passes that we will begin using just immediately. Basically, what you will find is you will have two passes. Everybody has a black lanyard pass, in which case we use those for our students when they're coming to the front office or other destinations. Remember that regardless of the student's destination, they will need to have that black lanyard if they are traveling out of the classroom by themselves. Up to the front office or to the library or to the nurse. They will have that in addition to the other passes that they have. You will also have a colored lanyard by location. Please make sure that you review this with students beginning today and of course all the way through the rest of this week to make sure that students are not traveling outside of their designated location. One of the things that we had noticed was A, that not everybody had a pass, and B, that students were, if they were in, for example, the 300 hall, we might find them in the Cobra Tech building, which is an inappropriate place for them to be. So now everyone is by color, so please make sure that the students are traveling by color and they are not in other locations. Also, just a reminder that no student should be outside of the classroom the first 10 minutes or the last 10 minutes of the class. It's really important that we make sure, because we are handling lockouts as it pertains to student tardies, of course backed by popular demand, as well as making sure that our students are where they're supposed to be. Also, if you do have a particular rule inside your classroom as it pertains to restroom passes, we are here to support that. For instance, we do have teachers that said that they have allotted only 2 restroom passes per 9 weeks to their students. Of course, we are there to back you up. We believe that students should only be in the restroom for emergency purposes, and so we are there to support you. If you have any questions about your new passes, please let us know, and otherwise, we look forward to seeing those passes around the students' necks if they are outside of the classroom at all times. As many of you already know, we will and have already started our response to intervention collaboration stations. Remember that those stations are really meant for our wonderful teachers to have an opportunity to collaborate. As I have mentioned before, we are in a STAR countdown. So now all the way through May 11th, teachers will be attending from 3:05 to 3:35 as indicated in the chart. If you notice on the chart, we do have the room location as well as the designated core teachers. So if you are ELAR, for example, you'll notice that ELAR teams for both Cobra Tech as well as main campus will be meeting on Wednesdays all the way from now until May the 11th. Our math team will be meeting on Mondays, science will be on Thursday, and social studies will be on Tuesday. I also want to make sure that our elective teachers, who are also very important for our students as we count down to STAR, please make sure that our elective teachers are attending the reading strategies trainings every Wednesday in the library beginning this Wednesday from 3:05 to 3:35. If you have any questions at all as it pertains to our after-school activities from now until the end of the school year, please let us know or reach out to one of our active learning leaders. It is that time again for our Cobra Kingdom meets. This particular Wednesday, it will be on February the 28th. We do have some special guests coming into our campus to talk to all of our students really about what compassion looks like. If any of you have heard already about the Mr. and Mrs. Schroeder, founders of the Compassion Club, they will be presenting to our students and really talking more about character. When it comes to character of our students, many of you already know that I feel very strongly in the support that we provide our students as it pertains to the decisions that they make and their attitude as they make their way through a given day. So for February the 28th, our second period will be 7th grade students. Third period will be 8th grade students, and fourth period will be our 6th grade students. Remember, teachers, that if you do have mixed classes, I do ask that you attend one of those sessions. And even if we have students that see the session twice, there is no big deal in that. Some of them need it. However, we would appreciate your participation and really just the welcoming of the two parents that are coming to talk about what the Compassion Club is.
Hey, Cobra Tech and Canyon Hills teachers. Just wanted to let you know that this coming school year we will have 3 grade levels, more than half of the faculty or more than half of the students at least in Cobra Tech Academy, which means I need more faculty members. So if you're interested in becoming a Cobra Tech teacher, please submit your letter of interest to me no later than March 20th, because we do go through a hiring process where it does involve the letter of interest, the committee, and then district personnel to be the final say so in hiring my next faculty and staff. So if you're interested, please submit that letter to me via email or drop it in my box here in the front office no later than March 20th.
One of the reasons that I want to include this particular slide is, as many of you already have noticed, we are doing several different trainings, and we started in August on AVID. And what is AVID? As we all have been going through the different strategies associated with AVID, remember that AVID stands for Advancing via Individual Determination. One of the big goals that we talk about with our students and our core values is how the choices that they make are going to determine their future. So the reason that I included this slide is for different reasons. Our goal is to become a recognized school-wide AVID campus within the next 2 years. We've been working hard to increase, of course, the number of students that are served in AVID, but also the number of our teachers that are AVID trained. For that reason, we are sending several teachers to the AVID Summer Institute. If you are interested in going to the AVID Summer Institute, that is being held this summer in Dallas, Texas, please send an interest letter to Ricky Ramirez prior to the end of next month. We will continue to remind you about that, and as you are going through the rest of this semester, please make sure that you are attending to our AVID strategies trainings as well as implementing them inside your classroom. If you notice, when I first started here, we had approximately 64, and I say approximately for some reason I do not know. It was exactly 64 students were served in AVID in 2015-16. That number went from 64 to 184 students served in AVID last year. Way to go, Mr. Ricky Ramirez. I'm sure that that was not a very interesting year for you, although you took it with such pride. The following school year, which is this school year, we currently have 2 AVID teachers. Ricky Ramirez, of course, is our coordinator for AVID, and Mr. Vicente Hernandez is now teaching AVID in Cobra Tech. We have a total of 247 students that are served in AVID, and next school year, our goal is to serve 350 students, which is more than a third of our population. We need your help for that, teachers, so if you are interested, please let us know. And again, any questions that you have regarding the strategies for AVID, please see Vicente Hernandez or Mr. Ricky Ramirez. If you guys all remember, several of our teachers participated in our grade level meetings that were held a couple of weeks ago. As part of those meetings, you guys did come up with the list of students who will be recognized during our Cobra Kingdom meets this Wednesday, but also students that needed to be placed on behavior trackers. Please, teachers, make sure for our first period that first period teachers are giving the students that are on those behavior trackers that particular blank one for the day, of course filling out your section. In addition, 8th period teachers, please make sure that you are picking up those behavior trackers from those students and turning them into administration. Administration has been keeping notes, talking with kids and also with teachers as well as their parents to keep them informed. The reason that I'm including also this slide is because the next 4 slides actually talks to you about Who Knew It. Many of you have already used Who Knew It, and many of you have actually been assigned Who Knew It as part of your ongoing professional development. When it comes to the standards that we are teaching our students, it is very important that we start with a learning environment that is conducive to learning. For that reason, the next 4 slides actually explains different ways that you can check out some different professional development on Who Knew It as it pertains to areas 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3 on T-tests. Those Who Knew It strategies, of course, they are fun, they're engaging, and they are interesting to watch for the most part. Some of them, however, you may get through that first video and say, this was not for me. Of course, that's awesome and that's wonderful. And as I even take a look at some of the Who Knew It lesson plans that are there, I have also made some changes myself. So again, we encourage you to check out the next 4 slides. Make sure that your classroom is conducive to learning at all times. And remember, we are here to help you be successful.